last week, always on mute.
Gary.
Look, there you go. You want
Hey. No.
He said, no,
you want some of this?
Oh, dang.
Oh, you got the real stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put mine up because you got the real stuff.
Here, let me.
Oh, no, that make you go blind, my boy.
Y'all know Norm own a tortoise farm.
Norm, you on a tortoise farm?
Yeah, he got what name of the tortoises you got back there?
I got Toby, I got Abigail, I got Bernadette, I got Alfred, and Marvin.
He got get along.
You thought he was playing, Gary. He was telling the truth.
Yeah, he did. Dead serious.
They weigh about 100 to 125 pounds.
My dog got the dwarfs out there, the lollipop kid. But man, right now, we had some tragic stuff happen. But we're gonna tune in to Flag on the Play, Florida Flag State Series Edition. And we got ladies? Gary Peacock, Stone Cold Norm, and always in the cut, my dog Steve Wolf. Tune in to Flag on the Play. What's happening, fellas?
See it, man. I'm excited to go over what happened this past tournament series. Good football happened. Some bad football happened. Ooh. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it. You know what we're going to do, so. And we are back with that was the Flag on the Play intro. Y'all see how dope that was?
Yeah, that was nice.
Hey, we have Norm, you got the call on Friday. I was sitting with you, we were eating lunch. And we got the call about the one guy, OC. So we want to do a moment of silence for him. He had a tragic event. He passed away. So we're going to do a moment of silence for him real quick. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's always a tragic thing when we lose somebody. And then, one of our brothers that we compete with every tournament, it's sad to hear that stuff. But, prayers to the family and, yes.
You got to give it to the League of Shadows, though. I mean, they found out about this just before they all got in the cars to come up.
Right.
So they still came up. They still balled out really big.
They did.
They did it in his name. So he was well represented. And like you said, we hate to see young men leave us early. But I'm very, very impressed and proud of League of Shadows and what they came through with.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Because I watched the first game and They sent prime time down to the wire, man. And when I tell you, I thought it was gonna get ugly. The score didn't represent how they was playing on the field. A lot of things didn't go their way, but they definitely balled out, man. Shout out to you fellas, man. Big ups for coming out there and just putting on a performance like you guys did. We're going through the stuff that you guys went through, man. Super dope. So. Yeah. But Gary, right now, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and jump into paying the bills. So,
let's pay these bills.
So, Gary, go ahead. Let's pay the bills.
So listen, a lot of times people get into accidents. We have the accident experts. It's going to help you get paid. Don't let these insurance companies tell you that, you can't get your car paid for or, your injuries are not enough. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen, 3 months down the line with that, that whiplash that you caught into the accident. So accident experts, hit them up. I've gone through them from an accident I was in and gotten paid. That's after, one of the big wigs told me that there was nothing that they can do. So accident experts, definitely call them if anything happens, or, anyone that's gotten into an accident, contact accident experts.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
There it is. So, Norm.
Yes, sir.
Palm Bay, first day, it does what it always do. Like always, rains, and we still have some good football. I was pissed. I was out there more shivering like a mother. Just shivering. I was like, ooh. But we got that thing kicked off, man. Talk about it a little bit, man.
Well, in talking with the city and talking with the tournament goers and everything, to me, a great tournament is the only thing that can be brought up is referees. If the only thing is that somebody says, ref did this or ref did that, that means the tournament was perfect, because everybody's going to complain about a ref someday, somehow. Mm-hmm. All right. But if nothing else was complained about, the tournament was perfect. The fields, they held up. They were in good shape. Of course, the park has always been good. The city of Palm Bay, has always worked very hard with, the Hall of Famer Troy Cox at the helm in the city of Palm Bay. He's always, been doing flag football since the 70s. So, of course, they loved us. And it just, everything went very, very smooth as far as the tournament and fields and all that went.
Yeah. Nice. So now, one of the things that I do want you to do is, because you have some people out here that help make this happen, you know what I'm saying, that you have behind the scenes. So please, you know what I'm saying, give a shout out to everybody that made this Palm Bay tournament happen.
Well, I mean, you've got Brian Bear, you got Matt Santini, you got you, Steve, Gary, all y'all have put some stuff in there. My daughter, Deanna, all the referees. I mean,
don't leave the twins out, because the twins helped me bring some stuff from the truck. So,
the twins. Yeah, well, the twins and I still have to talk, because they forgot Denzel's ref gear.
They did,
which I then had to give to him. So it was kind of like, man, it was funny, because they were like trying to sneak into the tournament without me seeing them. Saying, "Oh man, we don't want Norm to catch us." No, I caught you. Yeah. So, but the twins, they did a good job. It's a great collective effort. From when I started this, when I took over from the state of Florida, and it was just me and Troy was non-existent, because he still had a full-time job. So to see everybody finally saying, you know what, hey, this is a lot of fun, this is something we can do, and everybody's coming together and getting it done, it's really fun now to go to tournaments.
Absolutely. Shout out to Norm for getting everything together for so long, man.
And we had 30 teams this tournament?
Yeah. No, you had 36.
36. And what, 4 women?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a super dope tournament, man. And I retired, so I had a great time on the sideline, being able to meet people, and see the game from the C division to the A division. I see, Steve, what you say? We see some good
football and some bad football.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you,
just so you guys know, I'm not saying C teams played bad football. I saw some A quality teams play bad football.
239,
yeah. We definitely play some bad football.
I want to shout out to the Blazers free smoke game.
We're going to keep it real. You feel what I'm saying?
Blazers free smoke game, I think there was more negative yards than positive yards in that entire game.
No.
Penalties on both sides of the ball.
Rough like that. And
so what field are we on? They call those penalties over there, huh?
Yeah, it was field 4, but but it wasn't the refs calling outrageous penalties. It was basic football, just nonsense that we're getting penalties, like lining up offsides, false starting, snapping the ball before the whistle type of stuff. And it's just and it was a Final Four match, and I'm like, holy cow, we're moving. Both teams had more negative yards than positive yards.
Yeah.
And of course, that causes frustration and within each other. So there was a lot of jaw jacking, and of course, the way all of us are competitive. If I see the other team get a penalty, I'm going to pour some salt in the wound.
Oh, definitely, got to.
And those two teams are like family, and a lot of those guys play in small ball and other formats together. So man, it was very interesting. But I'll tell you, it made for a boring game because the refs had more yards than everybody.
But I'm gonna tell you one person, and one team that shocked me a little bit came out there, and I thought they weren't gonna do much. It was Alpha Omega. Brian was back there with, and he looked like the Peyton Manning after the back surgery and stuff, the noodle on
neck issue.
It wasn't because he made the throws.
Mm-hmm.
They were ugly, but he made the throws. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to Alpha Omega, man, because those guys, Wood got out there, Hall of Famer Wood, got out there and showed him, he got him a sack one time, and it was
I ain't even seen him. He was him?
Yeah, it was super dope to see him get a sack, man. So like that's definitely the fun part about it, because he got up and he felt like his old self. And when Garrett, you know what I'm saying, Steve, Norm, you definitely know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you lost that step, you want every little bit you can get. So
everything you can get, man. That's all. I'm going through that right now.
The other interesting thing that I wanted to point out, and that we all kind of were interested to see how it played out, saw a lot of talent spread out. Yeah. Apocalypse came back and had some interesting pieces that they brought back to their team. That was very interesting. Free Smoke had a three-headed monster in the backfield. With Keese, with Bell, with TK. That was pretty cool to see. If these teams stay together the way that they are, it's going to make for a very interesting state series, because I can see a lot of these teams catching each other because it's a lot more balanced than it has been before.
Yep. Now, Norm, real quick, right when the edge of stuff, everybody on the tip of their toes, let's give a huge shout out to the winners. Let us know the winners A, B, C, and the women's. But before y'all do that, y'all do your boy a huge favor, man. If y'all tuned in, hit that like, share button, man, because we're trying to bring y'all all this content, and make sure you get notified for these highlights that we drop, because I know how more important it is to y'all. Because I got a lot of footage this weekend, man. We got a lot of footage as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to be able to make sure you guys can share the experience with us. So make sure you guys like and, share and follow us, please.
All your local groups that you have on Facebook and everything like that, share this feed out into there so they can see, what we're doing, and we can keep this thing rolling strong.
And the other thing on that, I'm going to tell you guys, if you don't want to share it to a group, or you don't think you can consistently do it, add me to the group. I shared it to 22 groups before we logged on. Add me to the group. I'll do it for you.
Got you. And also, make sure y'all, hold on, what we got. If you want to be a guest on the show, let us know. DM us, man. We trying to get people on. I'm scrambling to get you guys on, man. We creating this show for you guys, man. So y'all, what I'm talking about? Let's do it. Hey, my dog say Cody Ski.
Prime time.
Man, gauntlet ball, prime time. Yes, sir. The boys came to it.
Before we talk about them, let's get Noah to get these winners out there.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Noah.
All right, let's start with the women's division. What a surprise we had there. For U2NV, which if you listen to it, went through the winner's bracket unscathed. UCF went down below, brought themselves back up, and double dipped them for the women's championship. Yes.
So UCF got that.
UCF double dipped them. It was incredible. I watched both games.
I heard it was a slaughter. I heard it was a slaughter.
Yes, it was. And it was crazy because, they had to double dip them, and they really put it on them.
Got him.
Like,
Yeah.
I watched that game, the first game, and when I tell you it was punishment, them young ladies, shout out UCF, shout out the coach over there.
Brandon Berruti really coaching them up big time over there.
I mean, you know, he played for the Spartans. I don't know if he didn't retire, but you know, he's doing the big over there.
He's still playing 8 co-ed. I'm not sure if he's going to play 7s or not. I'm still trying to talk him into it. He's a heck of a rusher, and he's just hard to get away from. In the C division, here we go. Your prime time.
Prime time.
Put it on, bear down. Got the job done. In the men's B division, Apocalypse took it to Mob. And
yeah,
they really good game. I got lucky because it was right behind the tent, so I got to watch some of it. So Apocalypse really, they got shocked in the first round. God's gift caught them sleeping. They got put down in the B division, but you know they made up for it by really running through there crazy. But Apocalypse took care of Mob. In the A division, we had the Kings of Florida and Blazers.
Well,
yes, sir. Yes. Hold on, we got my boy Mike Tweez. We got a little verse for him. Yes, sir.
What's up, man? It's your boy Mike Twice, a.k.a. Ray-Ban Tweezy, man. Make sure you tune into Flag on the Play, Big Dreams Network with my dog Drew and his co-host, man. They doing it real big out here. #1 flag with the podcast out here. We trying to make it big, big, big. No, I see you a little bit of it. Look. We all here game, man.
I like it.
Love it.
We live already. Shout out to my dog Tweezy, man. Always love. Shout out to KOF bringing it home once again, doing their thing. Flat, we tried to get you on. You ain't called me back. So I'm on Tupac all y'all that I called, and y'all ain't called me because Brian gave me y'all number and y'all ain't called me back.
Shaking my head.
Yes.
So I'll give you a hand in that.
Okay.
I'll get you some guests out here.
All right. So Steve, we got the rankings jumping up. So if we can get the rankings popped up from our producer in the back, Greg.
Yeah. So no surprise, Kings of Florida, 1A division, 14.5 points out the gate, 5-0. They played Blazers in that A championship, 4-1. Coming in at 10.75. You guys have any questions on the point ranking, let us know. We'll get you guys how that breaks down. Free Smoke, Tampa, 3-1, tied with Apocalypse, that is also number 3 at 3-1. That kind of rounded us out. So Apocalypse was in the final, or Free Smoke was in the final 4. Apocalypse 1B. As you see, they kind of matched up. MOB next, 2-1. Disciples, 4-1. Run It Back, 4-1. Anything 2-1, anything and Disciples. That's them staying close together. That's something interesting because those teams kind of merge and break apart quite often.
Right.
Then we have 239 bit that is tied at 8. Palm Beach Knights, Palm Beach Flight, all in that 8. I wonder if that Palm Beach Knights, Palm Beach Flight thing is gonna come together.
There you go, Louis. There you go, Louis Lou.
Steve.
Yeah.
We forgot the Spartans.
Yep.
Where's the Spartans? Put them where they need to be, Norm.
They're up there with the Free Smoke, Apocalypse.
So they
at 7.5.
They would be 3 tied on the 3 spot.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Sorry about that, Spartans. We, Monfort, I love you, my G. We got you.
Yeah. And then, so that bumps everybody down 1 spot, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then we have Alpha Omega, which would actually be 13. And then Jackrabbits would be 14 tied with the next 2 teams, which is League of Shadows and Monster.
Yes, sir. So now we're going to go to the next one.
All right. Rounding out the rest of the teams, we have at 17, not 16. Don't look at the graphic. I'll talk you through it. 17, we have Fly Rich, Shake and Bake, God's Gift, Smoking Aces, all out of 1-2 record with 2-5. And then we have Heroes and Villains, Flawless Elite, 941 Cartel, Karma, and Prime Time, all with 1-5. You guys are wondering why those records are 3-2 versus 1-2 and 1-1. It depends on where your win and where your loss actually happened and how those points affect you. So if you won an A, those points are weighted more than a win in B. Your loss was an A, that's weighted less against you than a loss in B would be. Okay, Bear Down at 26. Smackers is going to be, and Band of Brothers are going to be 27, and then rounding it out.
Greg, take the screen down real quick.
I know what you're going to say.
We finna get on Shockwave and Shockwave, whatever the hell it is. Both of y'all 0-3. So won't y'all just bring the shock together? Maybe y'all can get a little spark right now.
They're like, what you talking about? Greg, pop that up again. Let's see where they at again.
Look at the record. 0-3, 0-3. And y'all
right next to each other.
Yeah.
Man, if y'all don't merge, y'all need to be 1.5.
Hey, listen, and what will happen here is, Drew, Gary, and I will do a little mediation for y'all, bring the family back together. Maybe we can get at least one win, make it 1-2. Maybe we can work to get 2-1, get you guys back up to where you're at. Because I remember, if it wasn't too long ago, Shockwave was doing a 2-1 kind of tournament series.
Yeah, but they tried to split the wave, and right now they getting totally shocked because both of them 0-3. So they need to come together, make 1.5, rejuvenated, and you know what I'm saying, be like the boys and men, come back together and get it done.
Definitely. So the last two teams are Showtime and Chaos.
Yes, sir. Now we got the women's.
All right. Out of the 4 teams, UCF won it 4-1. So they dropped their one game and then just made everybody else suffer from that point on. For U2 Envy, 2-2. Aces 2-2. Level Up just came out for some cardio with the 0-3 record.
Hey guys, since we didn't put the point differentials in there, UCF is at 6.25.
Okay.
For U2 Envy is 5.0.
Okay.
Aces is 3.25, and Level Up is 0.
And ladies, we'll make sure we get that information out on the Florida Flag page so y'all don't have to, wonder about that, because we definitely want to make sure we put you guys on. And I had an opportunity to watch those ladies from UCF, and when I tell you, I don't know what happened with that first loss, but the young ladies I saw, sheesh, them girls was catching balls, pulling flags.
They probably wouldn't catch them in the first game. Like I watched Level Up.
Mm-hmm.
They're 0-3, but if they catch the ball, that was their problem. They weren't catching the ball. Balls were going
so
off.
the plays were there. They just couldn't execute.
Yeah, but they can be good. We just got to catch the ball over there.
Gotcha.
So now, right now, Blazers, man, we got to talk about them because those dudes been, in the shadows, upcoming and coming up,
mm-hmm.
and to come in and just do what they do what they did, and come in second to the number 1 team, man, was super awesome because
absolutely,
the Twins, them over there. Shout out to the Twins. Shout out to D, my dog. Always doing his thing. Because those guys have been around, and I think they find their identity with their team, man, because they got some stuff going on right there.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, check it out. What we got here? Them boys on D. Hey, and I like that young man, that linebacker, man. Liam right there. So
yeah.
Oh no, we don't want to show that. Boy, that Palm Beach flight killing me.
I will tell you, man. So I not only did we play against them, but we got to watch them play. Connor leading that team, man. I've seen him when he first started. He was very very talented, but didn't have really the knowledge of the game yet, and was trying to kind of figure it out. And he's always had an arm on him, but he didn't really know the game. And you can see that he's progressed a lot. And got the right pieces around him. Some very youthful, athletic people, some experience around him. And then the number one thing is they all play as a family. They argue as a family, but they attack the game as a family too. And that's a key for any team to have that chemistry. And you can see that's what drove them to make it to the finals.
That was dope. And, I want to make sure we commend those ladies, though, definitely. Once again, man, because it was phenomenal. I know what it feels like to have to beat somebody twice. And they pulled it off. I just want to speak on them again, man. I just want to make sure we give them enough praise because they got some dogs out there.
Yeah.
They got some dogs out there.
Double dipping.
Listen, them young ladies out there, I'm talking about snatching flags, making it happen. Yeah, that one right there with that, she got a little attitude. That one with that fur, that fuzzy hair right there. Oh yeah.
Oh, that stop route just did. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out
plays.
Shout out to UCF, man, young ladies, man. Make sure y'all they see them in Ocala, and I'm sure what's their name?
For you to envy.
Yes.
Listen, they're not gonna lay down now.
Envy.
Yeah, they're not gonna lay down. They're
gonna make some adjustments. They got to make some huge adjustments because right now I think UCF got their ticket.
Well, I think after the game was done, Scoot realized some of the things that were going on, and he's going to make the difference.
Like he should have put
quarterback.
I don't know what was going on. I know he's got some things he needs to correct, but I think we're going to see a little different team.
Yeah,
so I know it because that team is definitely good.
See, look at them ladies. See, well, let me tell you something about ladies too. They don't mind falling down. It's like they don't got control over their body. Like every time something happens, they just hit the ground, and they hit the ground hard. And I'm just like, sheesh.
I will say, man, most of the girls' games I see they're consistently playing harder as a team than most of the guys do.
On facts.
So, Norm, one of the things we want to talk about is, we bring in a better, more interesting year this year. We, me and you, we in the back scenes creating a flag mag, that we gonna put out flag football. We got a doc series that we gonna do with the older guys. You feel me? We got nationals that we got going on. So you got your hand in a lot of stuff. So let the people know what we got coming in store.
Well, I mean, just the tournament series itself. I mean, I've already had 4 teams call up and say we want to make sure we're in Ocala.
Okay, most def.
4 new teams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Top of the 36 that was already there.
Yeah. so I mean, we've already got
bigger fields.
These are teams that are good. I will tell you that. One of the teams is a bunch of firefighters from down south. They're good. Y'all better pack a lunch. These cats can play.
I hope they better. I hope. Listen, I shout out to the band of brothers, but they from down south and they went 0 tricky.
Yeah, but they just got this thing put together. The band of brothers, the team I'm talking about, they've been playing together. They've been winning the first responder tournaments, and so they're bringing their act to our house.
Norm, listen, Norm. The NFL players just came out the league and thought it was sweet when it came to this flag football league.
Oh yes.
Now, listen, we dogs around here. Norm, they better bring their A game, man.
Yep, I'm just we had a girls team just call up from Palm Beach that they're ready to go.
That's
hell.
The one showing up right there. Cut it out.
That's funny. But and Drew and I have been working on some things. We want the young guys to know where it came from.
Yes.
Where it started.
Respect the game.
You know, yeah. I mean, some of these guys, I think, just walk out and act like, you know, we just came up with this idea.
Mm-hmm.
This has been going on since 1968. And I'm sad to say that, yeah, I was not in the first decade, but I was close to it.
Gary, we wouldn't even thought about it.
Yeah. But, you know, I played against every one of the guys that started this. The Palace Saloons, you know, Lowenbrow, Brevard Merchants, all the champions, the old dogs out of Melbourne. You know, I played against them. It was an honor to be able to say that, you know, when I was talking to Gary, he's looking at me with this look like, y'all really did that stuff back then? You know, but we were playing.
Yeah, y'all were playing with leather helmets and chin straps.
Yeah.
No, actually, we were happy when they came out with that stuff.
Okay. So one of the things that I do for the guys that's tuned in right now, do us a huge favor. We trying to bring some interesting stuff, man. I'm thinking we want to tailgate, man. So if y'all got any comments, drop them below about things that you think we could do to make the Florida Flag State Series better. Drop them in the comments. Do that for your boy, man. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And we got my dog Stone Cold Norm. Yes, sir. So,
but you know, we Gary and I spent a good day up here on the farm talking about what we want to do.
You always call me Gary. Drew.
I mean, Drew. No, I sit there and think about Poverty Gary. You know,
we best friends. We really best friends. So.
What you saying? All black people look alike?
No.
Hey, you Gary with the good hair.
Yeah, no. Drew and I, we worked on a lot of stuff, and we talked about a lot of stuff. You know, we're gonna get the.
Hold on. So I want to know what Jesus did. You going to hell? You going to hell,
Norm, you play with Jesus?
Hey, Lou trying to see you out, Gary.
Yeah, he was a league commissioner back when I was in, you know, young. But
oh, man.
Norm trying to prove he still got it. Look at him. Okay.
Yeah. But we're gonna do a series of each decade and talk to the people that were pertinent and the teams that were pertinent in each one of those decades. And you know, then from there, we're also going to put together a magazine. Unfortunately, again, here's another thing. I was around when there was a magazine. So I know, yes, it was called flagmag.com. It was a magazine came out. And it was, now you got to remember, this was before all this social media, internet. Right. We didn't even have cell phones. We actually waited at the mailbox for this mag to come in. And then we'd all, you know, you read it and then you call your friend and say, you know, what the heck, you know, but it had all the states, it had different, you know, areas. So, you know, with that in mind, Drew and I said, let's get leagues to participate in this mag. And that way everybody in the state knows what league is going on. What the teams are doing in that league, you know, and also, you know, gives resources to all the players, all the coaches, anything like that. So we're working on that also. Awesome. There's a lot of stuff we can get going and get done with this new technology. You can reach out to people so much easier than we did back then.
Definitely. And, you know, having those contributions is what's going to help drive the game to continue on for another 30, 40 years. But, guys, the four of us, the four in the background and everybody that's trying to support us, we don't have all the ideas. We want to listen to what you guys have and contribute, we as a team will take all of them in, review over them, and put the best ideas forward.
Right.
And right now, my dog Cool J, like he want to get his own segment. He said that'll make the flag league better. He got a gecko on his profile, so he.
That is
wait a minute.
That's a female.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, do y'all know who Cool Ass JT is?
That's a female.
Y'all don't want to make a mistake with her.
That's female.
Yeah.
Jeannie will rip you. No. No.
Norm,
Tread the waters lightly.
You ain't bringing the stands out no more, Norm?
We're getting flags worked out.
Okay.
There's some people in the world that are in the community that we're making flags and got out of it. So, that you got to go find new vendors all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
hold on real quick, Cool JT, because you getting on here trying to snap. What you want me to do? This Facebook, you just jumping on here. I don't know.
With a colorful gecko.
So what you want?
Whatever that is. A guam.
Hey,
what is that?
Drew, I'm going to tell you something. She will be one of the ones that you interview. And when you interview her, she will set you straight. I promise.
Man, listen, I'm a gangster.
Oh no.
So is she.
She had a whole football team of them. All right. They were called the Horsemen. Does anybody remember the Horsemen?
I remember that.
Yeah, we remember the Horsemen. Like, Jesus,
I was like 20, 21.
Jeannie ran that team. Get ready.
She's Lord, my bad.
Oh, that's who ran it?
I apologize. I apologize, cool JT. I apologize. I'm sorry. I don't want no drama. I'm sorry.
I can't save it. You made the mistake.
Nah, for real. Now we all love though over here. I thank you for tuning in, baby. Though, and shout out to the Horsemen. So we definitely want to make sure Monster get a one-on-one class, because after Dash pulled that dumb ass stunt, it's like
we not gonna even get into it right now. We gonna say that for next week. You know what I mean? So we can fully talk about them, because they talked about it for probably like 2 hours after the game was over. So I know it was some bad stuff going on.
I'm not sure what I did hear about a malfunction in the last minute of Monsters game with Run It Back, but yeah,
we don't get it.
That's what it was, a straight up kablooey.
That's Dash right there. That's Dash.
Yeah. But shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. We finna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. But we definitely will be bringing you highlights of the past games from this weekend. And then Norm, I definitely got to get with you, because the Palm Bay guy wants to make sure he gets some footage. I told him we was going to make sure he gets that.
Yes.
And guys, if you got highlights, DM us. You know what I'm saying?
Send them in. Send in your highlights, please.
We got a platform with a lot of followers, so hey, let's turn up.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey guys, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. It's a wonder to get out here and still hang out with the young guys.
Yeah, so just next time, don't call us with this Florida Gator stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, this is my office. I mean,
hey, Wolf, don't you got a Wolf? Show your first Coca-Cola bottle ever made.
That was the first one in circulation, right?
Yeah, because that's the first time Georgia ever won. The first time Coca-Cola ever made a bottle.
Now I got to hear the new one though.
Norm know about that with the Horseman.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, man. Thank y'all, man.
We'll see you.
Oh, man.
What's up, man? It's your boy Mike Twice, a.k.a. Ray-Ban Tweezy, man. Make sure you tune into Flag on the Play, Big Dreams Network with my dog Drew and his co-host, man. They doing it real big out here. #1 flag making podcast out here. We trying to make it big. No, I see you, little bitty bitch. Look. We out here,